support to go into volunteering this year and, oh, well, they volunteer and then something else happens and they come back to us after 5 years and say, could I please find some other volunteering opportunity? We keep doing that because we know that that's one way of getting people that move to the UK used to the system and find their way to those to the jobs that they aspire to. The other thing that we do at New Beginnings is we find opportunities to engage in social activities, because that's one good way of not making connections but integrating and making friends with other British nationals. So we run walks. We go for walks in the Peak District. We go playing table tennis. We go climbing. We go to the theater. We go to concerts. We do all this. So if you'd like to know more about how you could get involved, either with supporting us to do that work or just coming along to a walk or to a function with us, that's just what we do. So New Beginnings is about supporting people seeking sanctuary to integrate using different ways. Thank you very much.
This is very interesting, you know. The walk in the Peak District.
That's how you become British.
You know, a walk in the Peak District. Jesus Christ. You know, these are some of the things that some of us never mind about, but the way you feel rejuvenated and refreshed when you do such kind of things, you know, we get so much tired, you know. You get there and you can't find where to begin from, and thank you for calling it New Beginning. It's literally new beginning, you know. So thank you very much, New Beginning. You are doing a great job. I can also remember that time when I really, really needed that help, you know. Everybody needs that help when you get here and you don't even know whether you have a bus going next your street, whether you have to pick a bus going the other side or this side, you know. I'm talking about that time, whether you know, when you don't know that, you know, you have to, which kind of, you know, telephone network you have to use. You don't know what council tax is, and you know nothing. You literally know nothing. The New Beginning will get you on the road. So, thank you very much. Let me give a chance to one of our colleagues that are dealing with blood. Is it blood or blood? Is it blood or blood? Okay, so blood. You know.
Thank you, Pastor Moses. So why are we here? Like Pastor Moses said before, we're here to save lives and also to really improve the quality of life with people suffering from things like sickle cell disease. I'm sure a lot of people in the room will know people or have friends, family, colleagues who suffer from sickle cell disease. And these people can need hundreds of donations worth of blood every single year just to keep them going, just to get them out of bed. And it's better outcomes for the patient if they get blood that's more closely ethnically matched. So that's why we're here, basically to ask you to take an hour of your time to donate blood. There's lots of myths around blood donation. You can still donate blood if you have sickle cell trait yourself. You can donate blood if you smoke or if you drink alcohol or if you weren't born in the UK. We also check to make sure you have enough blood yourself before you give a donation to help someone else. So even if you're not sure about donating blood, if you're not sure that you can, come over and speak to us, because we can tell you, we can answer any questions that you have. You know, there's no obligation. We're not going to take you out back and take a donation. Have a chat with us. We can tell you where you can donate, a bit more about the process, and give you some information to take away as well. Yeah, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You see, I told you it's not blood, it's blood. No? It's blood. No. So, yes, thank you very much for our gentlemen who are on the red table, the blood thing. Please make sure you get there and donate blood. Blood. Well, blood. No. It's BLOOD, really. So also I want to give 2 minutes to the lady here. She's quite a smiling lady. So I want to give her 2 minutes to come and, say what you're doing to us and,
Thank you. Hi everyone. I volunteer for iRise. This is Jamie as well. She's a volunteer here in Sheffield. And we're here today because we have links with Uganda. So some of the work that we do in Uganda is around informing period hygiene in the local communities, informing women, young children, teenagers, and also the men as well, because the men struggle with understanding sometimes. The reason we're so passionate about period equality is because it can be overlooked in terms of healthcare, in terms of women's cycles, and just our day-to-day. All women experience it, well, most women do, and we want to make sure that everybody has a fair chance of accessing the products they need and the support they need. So within our local community in Sheffield, we work with around 8 or 9, I think it is now, community centres. So for example, Zest in Upperthorpe, that's one of our biggest centres that we've worked with for years now. We work with them by providing workshops. So the other month I went and worked with the youth centre in Zest and worked with the young children there, informing them on periods, so sort of like a PHSE that they have in school. But it was a more relaxed environment, and we kind of held products, so we held period pads, held tampons, just to get the stigma kind of washed away from what they've maybe heard from the community around them. I was actually looking at our website to read out something inspiring because I'm not very good at public speaking, and I found a nice few sentences from our CEO. It says, "From the moment we are born, our understanding of our bodies is shaped by ideas and concepts that ultimately limit the right we have to experience our body as our own. Before we even understand what menstruation is, we understand it is dirty, shameful, and something to be managed and hidden. Imagine a world where menstruating bodies are free from this conditioning, no longer defined by shame, silence, or stigma." So that's why we're here today. I hope this sparks up some conversations between you and your families. And we're also open for conversations as well. We do have some of our period products that have been donated to us. So these lovely like floral packaging here, they are full of reusable period pads, and they are all made from recycled materials, and they were knitted by volunteers in retirement homes. So they're really, really special. We're offering them for a small donation today. So if you've got anybody in mind who is maybe in your family or in your community who would like to purchase them, then they're on offer as well. And obviously donations are more than welcome. So we're part of the big give today, which is supporting us by every donation you make, they double it. So if you was to donate £5, we'd receive 10. So any donations is really, really helpful today. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much for that kind of speech. It's quite enriching. I get very much touched for people like that who reach out to those who are less privileged. That's one of the reasons why even some of us have found ourselves here, to get ourselves reach those who are not easily reachable, less privileged. I happen to have a school in Buikwe, and I have children who come to my school from the islands of Lake Victoria who have never seen an ambulance coming to collect a sick person. They don't know how life is meant to be. And mind you, we come from a culture where anything concerning health has to be private, hidden. If I'm talking about this, you don't want to show the underwear you have. You don't want anybody to look at it. Nobody should look at your bra. Is it bra or blah or something? What's that? A karega. Both, whatever. So if you have a vest, nobody should look at it. And that also goes to the girl child. When they get into their periods, they don't want to say, because it is culturally, it is something hidden. So when these girls get to their periods, they want to say, they will rather stay in the dormitories and hide. And number one, these are children who come to school and their parents cannot even afford to give them 10,000 shillings, which is £2, for upkeep. So if that girl is going to be at school for 90 days, you can imagine, that period of 90 days. Who is she going to talk to about their issues? It is not something very easy to deal with. So thank you for being bold and tackling that issue. Please buy a raffle. There is nothing much you can do, because you may not be able to fly over and go and see them. But if you go through them, you'll have helped that girl who needs your help more. And it's only £1. What are you going to do in the £5? What are you going to do? £5 or £1? I had a £20 note. When I was carrying some things outside, it fell down. I didn't even notice I lost £20. I didn't notice until when somebody had to remind me, I gave you money. I said, no. I said, I gave it to you. I said, no, until when I remembered. Oh, okay. So who in Uganda would lose 100,000 shillings and doesn't notice? I'm talking about those people from there. So if you only give £5, buy a raffle, £5 or £2, they'll get 4 to help those people there. I grew up there. I grew up in that kind of life, and I know how it is. We have some people here in England who came from Kampala, and they literally landed in another Kampala. So some of them have not seen it all. But, I grew up from there. I have been there. And I know the little help you give, how much it goes. So these ladies spending their time and helping them, when you get there, you'll actually be struggling to even find where to eat food. I had a guest from America who came and visited us at the school, and I took him to a landing site, whoever, any of you who may know Senyi. So I took him to Senyi and found some of these little children, and he told me, all the children here are sick because of the way they were looking. He said, all of them are sick, they all need treatment. They need all to go to hospital because of the way they were looking. Now, in that kind of environment, where somebody sleeps in fills a wooden house, underneath their ducks. Is it ducks or duck? Ducks sleeping underneath, and pigs, and up is where he sleeps, on the floor, no mattress, just like that. So if you enrich those kind of people, thank you very much. Let me give the lady from, you spoke to us, but please, we would like to see your beauty when you stand here, to hear your speech, your wonderful tone, speaking to us, please.
Thank you. Hello, so I work for Healthwatch Sheffield, and Healthwatch Sheffield exists because we believe that when people get involved and have a say in how health and social care services are run, then those services work better for people. We're an independent organisation. We're not part of the NHS or the council, but we do work closely with those organisations who we know deliver loads of brilliant services. So the NHS delivers lots and lots of services that probably everybody in this room uses and relies on. But we also know that people's experiences aren't always equal, and that those services can be really hard sometimes to navigate, to know where to go to get the support that you need. So our job is to be out and about in communities and to be talking to people. We give them information about how they can get the services they need. So for example, if they're having a hard time finding an NHS dentist, which lots of people might be, we are able to give them information about dentists that we know locally that might be accepting new patients, or sometimes people are given wrong information. For example, that they might need ID to register with a GP, and we know that that's not true. So we're able to tell people what their rights are when it comes to accessing healthcare. So information and advice is a really big bit of what we do, and if you want to come to our store, we've got some information there, but also we've got details of how you can contact us. You can come and see us at our office, or you can contact us by phone or email if you're after some information or advice. And then secondly, the other really important thing we do is we talk to the NHS and to the council a lot about the people's experiences. So when people tell us about the things that they've experienced, maybe issues that they've had, we take those stories really, and we're able to share them with people who have power to change the way services are delivered. And we work closely with them to try and make sure that people, that services are improved, and work to sort of meet people's needs. And we know that there are particular barriers if English isn't your first language, or if you're newer to the country, there might be particular challenges, a bit like we heard about how you might not know how to get on the bus. Also, you might not have, the first idea about how to go about getting the healthcare you need, and we can help with that. We're actually located in the same building as New Beginnings, so we can be a one-stop shop if you want to come and visit us both. But yes, do come and see me if you want information, or if you want to share your experiences when it comes to accessing health and care. The more people that talk to us and are willing to share their story, the more impact we can have when we talk to people with power to make changes. And if you're not from Sheffield, you will have a Health Watch near you. There's one in every local authority area, so all around the country. There'll be a local health watch, so do get in touch with your local health watch if you live somewhere else. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Health Watch Sheffield. Thank you for the amazing work you're doing, and we appreciate for the contribution that you bring on the community. Thank you. Let's appreciate them. Make sure if you need to have more information, their desk is there. You can contact them, speak to them, and see where you can get involved. Okay. My name's Ronald Bayiga. Call me Ronnie. I'm one of the pastors in this place. I work under Pastor Andrew Bukenya and Josephine. And we are so excited to be the hosts for the 63rd Uganda celebrations independence in this place. And we are honored to be your hosts, and also to have many of you. And I want to say that I very much appreciate today to have our dear Papa in Uganda. We call him Mzee. Mzee means the elder. Okay, our dear pastor from London. I'm happy to be with you today for the very first time in one roof. The last time I was with him in one place was in Uganda, deep in the villages in Kamuli. Came with Pastor Timothy, and I told him, Pastor Timothy, I want to see Pastor Hakim this time. I've been hearing of him when I was still very young, from the early 90s. I listened to your messages when I was a young boy, in the early 90s. Cassette tapes, until it grew, it actually worn out and was in pieces. I couldn't listen to it anymore. But I kept listening to it over and over and over and over for many, many years. Okay. Many things are going to happen in this place, but allow me at this moment to welcome an amazing person, She is the wait a minute. Give me a bit of time. Yeah, she is the first princess Africa. I was looking for this title. Island. Julie France, please welcome the first princess of Africa, UK, and Ireland. That's the first time for me to hear of the title.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everybody. Don't be so serious. Come on. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? I mean, it's Uganda's celebration, it's independence celebration, so we need to be alive, we need to be live. Yes, so first of all, I just want to appreciate God for such an opportunity to be here this afternoon. It is only and only by His grace that I'm standing here, that I'm able to speak to you today. It's not by might, it's only by grace. My name is Julie E. France. I am the first Princess Africa, UK, and Ireland 2025. I was crowned only about 3 weeks ago, so I'm still new in the field. The reason I went on the pageant is because on Valentine's Day this year, I lost my 19-year-old son, who died suddenly in his sleep. An event that has totally changed my way of seeing and addressing life. I then decided to turn that pain into purpose, and hence I joined the pageant. And you may wonder, the pageant is only for probably the between 18 and 25-year-olds. I don't want you to be looking at me and asking how old she is, but I joined the pageant because of that purpose. And the reason behind it was because when I lost my son, I struggled to access bereavement support services that were culturally tailored to me, to Black African communities. And that included my 3 other children as well, because we all struggled in the household to access support services, bereavement support services that could actually understand that if I enter an office and I wail, this is what actually it means. So we struggled, and hence I'm advocating for culturally tailored bereavement support services, especially within our Black communities. That's why I stood for on the pageant, and hence I was crowned First Princess Africa, UK and Ireland 2025. I'm an author. I recently released a book called More to Life. It's a personal life experience. It's on Amazon. I'm a mother of 3. My eldest is 24. Then you can calculate my years. I was crowned Miss Engagement as well. And also I'm a radio personality. I work with a radio station called Kosoro, and it's based in Manchester. Aside all that, it is a very profound privilege for me to stand here with you. I gathered all the strength to be here. Not just as a title holder, but as a daughter of the diaspora, connected by a shared heritage to this momentous occasion. We are here to celebrate more than it's not just a normal date, it is a celebration. We are here to honor the spirit of a nation, the enduring spirit of Uganda. That's why we're here. Today we celebrate a foundation built 63 years ago. We celebrate the resilience that has weathered the storms, the vibrant culture that enriches the world, and the undeniable potential that pulses through the heart of the Pearl of Africa. As the First Princess Africa, UK and Ireland 2025, my platform is built solely on these principles. 1, empowerment. 2, social inclusion. 3, equality. And 4, collective action. I embed those pillars in the work that I do within the community. As we look to our future Uganda, we must ask this question: how do we honor that hard-won independence today? And the answer is, we honor it by telling our own stories with our own voices. Stories of resilience, stories of inspiration, stories of motivation, showcasing the beauty, the intellect, and the innovation, which in the end empowers us all. As we rejoice in the memories today, let us also try and recommit. Whatever thing you're doing, wherever you are, try and reflect and recommit to that. Let us be the bridges that connect heritage to horizon. Let us build together. I just want to honor every organization that is here this afternoon for the work that you were doing. We all are one body. Thank you. Happy Independence Day. Happy celebrations. And thank you, thank you. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala. So the MC gave me the platform. I can continue on from here. Asante.
Asante sana. That's wonderful. Thank you for that inspiring speech, and it brings back the spirit of Uganda for many of us that come from the Pearl of Africa. We really appreciate the heritage that we have, and celebrating it means a lot to us, to look back where we are and forward, building, our community and our generation into posterity, to know the motherland and also to appreciate where we are, and to integrate in the communities and the societies where we live at the moment. Okay? And we're taking this forward, higher, deeper, and allow me in the next few minutes to welcome somebody very unique and special who will be sharing a bit more about, looking at nature and the beauty of Uganda. Allow me to welcome a representative from the African Tourism Board, Mr. Maurice Kusatora, Director of the Diaspora. Please, in a few minutes, let's put our hands together for Mr. Maurice.
Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting to speak, so I hadn't prepared a script. But I would like to pay my respects to His Excellency, the Deputy Ambassador of Uganda, and also to Dr. Manoj Joshi, MBE, and to all the dignitaries here today, His Excellency and Her Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me, Pastor Botenya, and the community at large. I'm here on wearing a few hats today. Sometimes the titles get mixed up a bit, so I will clarify one or two things, if you don't mind. Today I'm representing the new Pan-Africa Tourism Board, which is fairly new, started beginning of the year. And I have been appointed the Director of Diaspora Affairs for the 54 countries. And that has come out of the different board that is called African Tourism Board, which has been running for the past 20 years. But there is a new board called Pan-Africa Tourism Board. The second organization which gets ourselves mixed up as well is I'm the founder and CEO of African Tourism Showcase, which we started during COVID to promote countries during the COVID period about the beauty of Africa and the Pearl of Africa, which is Uganda. And the bigger project that I'm also representing is Eye Health Africa, which I am also a director. And Eye Health Africa was started by Miss Primrose Magala from Masaka, who actually had an idea that, you know, in Africa and in Uganda, there are children and men and women who have cataracts and they cannot get help, or even they go blind and lose their sight. Yet cataract removals are just a day operation here in the UK. So Miss Primrose Magala and my dear colleague Penina Wampamba, who is here, who is also a former Miss Uganda UK beauty queen. About approximately, probably 7 years ago, we were in Kampala, and I actually was on a journey to Arua to get some honey. And Arua honey had won an award in Germany. And therefore, my good great friend at that time was Jaffa Aita Joel. And he was also constructing hospitals and building hospitals in Uganda. So he said, come, I am from Arua, and therefore come and see. So I was on the journey, and I got a detour because after he showed me the hospital or the extension of Mulago, the new one, there was something happening, and then I was called in, and Penina and Primrose were there. And from there, they were running a program, and on the sidelines was an eye camp. And from there onwards, I ditched my trip to Arua, and I joined them. And from there onwards, when we came back to the UK, I decided that I'm gonna join them. And that was the beginning of Eye Health Africa. And from that time, it was determined by them two ladies, Primrose and Penina, and the other lady, that there should be a first ever Eye Health Institute in Africa with the support of Moorfields Eye Hospital in London. And from that time, we've been working day and night that it happens. And therefore, I thank His Excellency for the good news that he told me, that things are working, and there's been meetings, and we are gonna have an Eye Health Institute of Excellence in Uganda for the first time. And thank you. And that's not all. What happened because of that work, Primrose Magala was awarded the Freedom of the City of London, the first ever Ugandan, the first ever woman Ugandan to be awarded that. And also she has won our accolades and accolades and accolades. And therefore, today I would like to thank the Ugandan community for the great work that you do. And also just to say thank you, because Uganda is I'm not from Uganda, but I was born and raised in Zimbabwe. But ever since I was told that my great-grandfather was Ugandan, and I have always been there for Uganda, and we will always be there for Uganda. The other thing is, to close, there are great things happening in Africa. There are people who are going back to Africa, giving back in projects, in skills exchange, in volunteering. Africa is on the rise. And there are countries like Uganda, like Ghana, who have got programs for Africans to come back to Africa and friends of Africa to come back to Africa and live there. So instead of saying, come invest in our country, I would like to thank Uganda for being one of the first countries to say all Ugandans who left Uganda come back home, and would like to thank the President Museveni, for welcoming back all Ugandans in the diaspora back home. And I'm so honored because my great-great-grandfather was Ugandan. I hope I will be welcomed back home. And thanks to Ghana as well. Ghana has done that. Come back home. If you got a remote chance that you were from Africa somehow, come back to Africa. So, I would like to say, for now, Uganda has just lost a little bit, but we need them to speed up because I have become a resident of the Pan-African village in Cape Coast, Ghana. But that is not going to stop me from going back to my first love of Uganda. I'm just waiting to be called back home. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you are a teacher, you are a nurse, you are a police officer, all that you do, we need you back in Uganda. Come and talk to us. We'll go take you there. We'll take you to all the nice places of Uganda. Uganda Airlines is flying now direct to London. If you have never been to Uganda, come and let's have a Rolex. And that's food, by the way. Come and have waragi, and that is gin, by the way. And I am actually more Ugandan, and we'll get on the border. A border is a motorcycle, and it will get you from one corner of Kampala to the other. And therefore, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Thank you, Pastor Buken. Thank you. See you in Uganda.
You are welcome back home anytime. When I first came to this country, I jumped out of the airport and I was looking around. I thought I would find a border to get me to the next place where I was going, because in Uganda, in 5 minutes, you get a border, and then from point A to point B. And I was disappointed there was no border. But anyway, Africa is full of surprises, is full of fun, is full of life. You are welcome to come and enjoy the culture and the life in Africa, in Uganda, and every part of Africa. Life is not only, in a box. Jump out of the box and enjoy life out there, okay? My next speaker that I want to be inviting on stage now is a wonderful person, and I've just come to understand that she was once a beauty who is still a beauty, okay? The rest I will not add on, but allow me join me as we welcome Penny Wampamba to come and speak to us, not just about the girls, but I hope so.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. Hi, my name is Penina Wampamba. I am a former Miss Uganda. However, I'm a representative of my organization called Just Between Us Girls. I'm so lucky to be here in a room filled with so many different organizations who, like Julie said, that we are all one body, and they represent so many core values of kind of just really important, they represent really important things that matter to each and every single one of us. So I started Just Between Us Girls with my best friend maybe 5 years ago. Growing up in the UK, so I moved here when I was 8 years old, and I felt like I didn't belong I didn't belong either place. So I'd go to Uganda and I'd be told, you're not Ugandan enough, and I'd be here in the UK and I'd feel like I was still on the margins. And I think with so many girls, especially black girls, who kind of experience that, you find that it knocks your confidence, it knocks how you kind of navigate life and the opportunities that you seek. So going to do Miss Uganda gave me that platform, but it also gave me the confidence in myself to seek and do whatever it is that I would like to do in this life. So I'm currently a PhD student at the University of Salford. I'm researching sexual reproductive health. So within the organization, we just try to empower young black women to basically reach for the stars, because they can, and they can get each and every single thing that they want within this lifetime. And my platform has enabled me to meet people like Morris, Primrose, who have all been mentors and guides on this journey, and who have also actually just enabled me to take those risks, to take those, to take on all these challenges that can come at us, but just to lean into each and every single thing I want to do. I don't really have a long speech, but I'm gonna end my speech with a quote. As we are in a room filled with so many different leaders and we're celebrating Independence Day, I'm reflecting on a value called Ubuntu, which is an African value, and I've been raised on that same kind of ethos. And for me, as a young black woman who has two cultures, I've kind of realized that Ubuntu is something that it evolves, and it means different things at different stages. And I think as we're celebrating independence, I think Ubuntu for me is, I would urge people and also myself to kind of just look within, because Ubuntu means I am because we are, but oftentimes we focus on the community aspect of it, but don't look within us and recognize, like, how is it that we're showing up within the community, and how does that kind of contribute to the community that we're building. And I'm just so grateful to see so many representatives of the different aspects of kind of society, giving me a platform, giving different people a platform to speak about their project and what it is that we're doing. So I'm going to end with Bell Hooks' quote, which says, "To build community requires vigilant awareness of the work that we must continually do. And we need to also recognize how socialization leads us to behave in ways that perpetuate domination." This quote really did speak to me, because we're going through a period of slight regression a little bit, which can be a bit disheartening for people in both spaces. But we must persevere, because we are the community, and we build the community, and we build the worlds that we want to see. And so the change starts with us, and our presence here today is creating that change. So I'm really grateful to be in the space, in the room with everyone. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you all. It's a pleasure to have you around, and it's such a great privilege to see you all coming. The Bible speaks about a parable of a man who held a banquet and invited so many people, and they didn't turn up. So your turning up has really warmed our hearts so much. It's really, really heartwarming to see you all, and we are quite so happy to see you. I wish there was something that each of you can tell me that if I do it, then you know that I'm happy. I'll be happy to do it. But unfortunately, you're too many. So allow me to just say thank you very much for coming. It's not the end, it's only the beginning. Just to signpost to you probably what the arrangement of a day is like before I invite one more speaker, then we break off for lunch. So what's going to happen, there is a gentleman who's going to be speaking to us. After that, we're going to have a quick lunch. And after that, we're going to have a civic procession. If you don't know what that is, just be patient enough. You will see what it is. Then that is when we will have some other dignitaries who are invited joining us. Probably then you won't see any empty seats at the front. Then we will have an hour at that time to hear what they have to say to us. And at that point, if I was flying a plane, I would be saying, fasten your seatbelts. We're touching down very soon. So that is how the day is like. All visitors, exhibitors, partners, and sponsors, thank you very, very much for coming. And please, people seated, especially when we break off for lunch, these people you see around you, they're not here to decorate this room. They've brought services that sometimes you don't have time to get to. Now we've brought them in the hall. If you have any question about the police, you want to understand their recruiting, just go to the back, speak to them. Don't be in corridors and start saying, police, police, police. They're there. Go and tell them. Go and express yourself. This group of wonderful people here led by Pauline, we only come out to you when someone has died. I'm glad they are here when they're not repatriating anyone. So speak to them, engage with them, connect them. Don't call them when you're crying. Don't call them when your heart is broken. Now you are sober, happy, and merry. Meet, mix, mingle with everyone. Then IRISE, it's a Sheffield charity. Today we want to focus most of our attention to them. Buy a raffle. If you haven't bought a raffle from them, if you raise 1,000, it's going to be 2,000. So why don't you get a raffle ticket? Make sure the person you're seated next to has a raffle ticket. If one has and one hasn't, then tell them, please, don't be a traitor here today. Be good. So I would like to take this wonderful opportunity as well to recognize my father in the Lord, Pastor Hakim Semakula. It's a pleasure to have you around. He's a wonderful man who led me to Christ, who pastors me, and who looks after us. This is Alpha and Omega Church in Sheffield. We are here every Sunday. I'll say that a little bit later because we need to go and eat our food. Now, I'm going to invite a wonderful brother, a friend and companion, a person I learned from, a person who has enlightened me on a different aspect of life, a person who has highlighted to me the etiquettes of becoming or an exposure into how different things work. A person who I love to speak to on the phone, a person who speaks well of me, a person who encourages me so much, a person who always paves the way to make sure that whatever good is happening, he doesn't leave me behind. It's only me who hasn't got the time. So please allow me to welcome my wonderful brother. When I call him my brother, you may look at him and say, how come he is his brother? I'll tell you. So, Dr. Manoji Joshi, MBE Deputy Lieutenant from West Yorkshire. He's going to speak to us about something different, not about what I've said. Let's put our hands together and welcome him, please. You're very welcome.
Pastor Dr. Andrew Buchanan, you make me feel so humble. Your Excellency, Deputy High Commissioner for the Republic of Uganda, you're most welcome. Deputy High Commissioner Philip, you're very welcome. South Yorkshire Constabulary Commander Paul Ferguson, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. Distinguished and honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you as somebody who is aspiring and is ambitious to become 2026, 27 Mr. Pearl of Africa. The most handsome, the most modest, Mr. Universe. But that is one of our values here, hope. Hope is that something that never leaves me. And let me just at the very outset say that I'm a third generation Ugandan, born in Jinja. And that's why Pastor Andrew and I are brothers. And we're not only brothers in name, but we live and work together and we share. So my brothers and sisters in the Ugandan diaspora, good afternoon. Weware, Sirotia, Murungi, Nungi Nyo, Agafayo, Kuisa sahau mingi sana. Najua kidogo kidogo. So today I stand before you not as an individual, but as a proud president and a member of a vibrant, resilient, and powerful community. Over 300,000 strong Europe and in Uganda, in Ugandans in Europe and in United Kingdom. We come from 40 to 64 different tribes. We speak 70 languages. Yet we stand here today, successful, educated, hardworking, and deeply committed and connected to the Pearl of Africa, which is Uganda. And also let me mention that we come from 5 historic kingdoms. So we are here in United Kingdom. And so why UECA and why now? Well, we cannot afford to remain scattered voices in different corners of Europe and UK. Unity is no longer a choice. It is a duty. That is why we have launched UECA, Uganda, Europe, UK Association. Let me be very clear. UECA is not political. UECA is not religious. UECA is not regional. UECA is not tribal. UECA is a unifying platform created by Ugandans for Ugandans to speak with one strong voice, to be recognized not just socially, but economically, diplomatically, and strategically. We are not here to talk. We are here for action. Action is to connect Ugandans across the UK and Europe. Action to build investment bridges back home. Action to empower youth, our businesses, and our professionals. Action to influence policy and gain recognition at national level. Let us remember 2024 alone. Sorry, I'll say that again because it's important. Let us remember in 2024 alone, Ugandans in the diaspora remitted $1.4 billion to Uganda. That is not pocket change. that is nation building, capital contributing to jobs, housing, hospitals, schools, and innovation. And yet, who speaks for us when policies are drafted back home? Who ensures that our contribution is respected, protected, and channeled for greater impact? A voice, therefore, UECA is stepping into that gap. The voice that is heard at the highest level. And when I was in Uganda 3 weeks ago, I met the Right Honourable Prime Minister. And when I extended an invitation on behalf of UECA to welcome, to invite her to the UK, she immediately accepted. And the Right Honourable Prime Minister, Robina Nabanja, travelled to the UK officially last week. This is proof when we are organized, our voice reaches the highest offices of Uganda. This is the influence UECA is already commanding, and we are only just beginning. His Excellency, the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, once said, "The diaspora are our ambassadors, a powerful resource for Uganda's development. They must be organized and involved in shaping the nation's future." UECA is answering that call of His Excellency the President. By the way, I must digress a little bit. Under the leadership of His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni, Uganda has progressed enormously. In nearly 40 years of his rule, Uganda has reached out to the diaspora, has made the country stable, safe, economically the fastest growing country in Africa, 7 to 8% growth. Investment on return is 14%, the highest in the country. A gateway to open the market of Africa of 1.4 billion people. Uganda is vibrant, Uganda is resilient, Uganda is ready for business. And we as diaspora must play a full and wholesome part in making that vision of Uganda becoming a $5 billion US dollars economy by 2040. We must support the growth and progress of Uganda under the leadership of President Museveni. I'm not making political statement, I'm making a fact. We need stable, safe Uganda for businesses to invest. When businesses invest, they create wealth. When wealth is created, they pay taxes. Taxes pay for health and social care and education and everything else and infrastructure. So we must have that completely in our mind, why we're doing it. So support for the vision of 2040 is paramount. And also, additionally, I will say that again later on, but I want to seize this opportunity to thank Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of Uganda, Nimisha Madhwani, whose leadership has driven the outreach work of diaspora. We would not be sitting in this very nice situation had they not supported us. So the support of the High Commissioner and the mere fact that the Deputy High Commissioner is here representing, I can tell you the Independence Day celebrations going around throughout the country, they are stretched. But the High Commissioner said, Sheffield is very important. The community in Sheffield is very important. And that is why the Deputy High Commissioner is here in person to support us. A round of applause for Deputy High Commissioner. So, ladies and gentlemen, UECA is answering that call. We are ready to engage in shaping the national diaspora policy, ensuring that our needs, our rights, and our aspirations are represented officially in Uganda. The time for spectating is over. My fellow Ugandans, let us stop being spectators in decisions that affect us. If we are sending money home, if you are supporting families, building houses, paying fees, you are already contributing. Now is the time to formalize that power and transform it into influence. you are proud to be Ugandan. If you are proud to be Ugandan, join UECA. If you believe in unity, join UECA. If you want a voice in Uganda's national policy, join UECA. If you want to build networks, opportunities, and legacy, join UECA. Join UECA, not tomorrow, now. Let history remember that a Ugandan diaspora of Europe and UK did not stay silent. We united, we acted, we transformed our influence into progress. UECA is open. The movement has started. Do not watch for the sidelines. Step in, sign up, stand with us. Together we rise. Together we build. Together we are UECA. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished honored guests, children, I thank you for the courtesy extended to me and listening to me. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And my stomach is rumbling, so I'm going to have lunch. I don't know about you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Manoji Joshi, for the kind and graceful speech, and everyone else who's spoken. Thank you very much. Now we're going to have lunch, and we have to really be quick, maybe 40 minutes. Lunch will be served. You'll be directed on where you get your lunch from. There is vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. So when you're serving, try to separate it. As well, while we're having lunch, use that time to mix, meet, and mingle. Don't wait on Tuesday and start telling me I need to ask the ambassador something. He's here for you, at your service. The police superintendent is here for you. Mortgage advisors, if you need to buy a house, they're there for you. Don't go on a phone and say, I call, they're there. You don't need a phone call, there. You need to send money back home, they're there. You need health services, health watch, they are there. You need to do charity work, it's there. Planning for your funeral. Some things are taboos in our communities when you speak about planning your funeral. Someone thinks, how rude can you be? But they are there, speak to them. Blood donation, Black African donors. I've donated 4 times. They need our blood so much. Our blood so much. So don't get out of here before you register. I think it's at 3%. I've donated blood 4 times in Sheffield Donation Center. Every time I go there, I'm the only black person giving blood. Where are you guys? Step up the game. See them. Register. New beginnings. Don't start suffering in community. They are there for you. Use them. Everything is in-house. And these beautiful ladies as well, the queens, the Miss Ugandas. Where would I have found them? Because I only know one beautiful person, my wife. But I can see others as well in the house. So see them, take pictures with them, love them, engage, connect. Now this is your time. Time is over to you. Do whatever you want to do. Just 40 minutes, then we shall go into the afternoon session. Thank you very much. I don't want to see anyone seated. Let us stand up. Let us mix, meet, mingle, have food, take pictures, talk, ask questions. You only have 45 minutes to do that. May God bless you as you do that. Thank you. And there are lots of drinks as well. Have the drinks, have the food. Food is enough. Let us stand up on our feet, please, and enjoy the food, enjoy the meal, because very soon we are going to get the raffles. Make sure you get a raffle.
chobera ntwala ntwala yo chobera ntwala ntwala yo chobera Looking back to the place when I was lost, with no one to remember my name, with no one to remember my birthday. Nkusaba Mukama kutendereza 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 nkwebaza bazadde bange nkutendereza nkwebaza bazadde bange nkusaba Mukama nkusaba omponye amayengo nkusaba omponye kibuyaga nkusaba omponye abazigu twala twala Mukama twala ntwala yo gy'obeera ntwala ntwala yo gy'obeera nkutendereza nkwebaza bazadde bange nkutendereza nkwebaza ebbali yange nkutendereza nkwebaza ezzadde lyange ntwala ntwala yo gy'oleera ntwala ntwala yo gy'obeera ntwala ntwalayo gy'obeera. One, two. Yes, I. One, two. One, two. One, two. Yes, I. Saagala kukulumya saagala kumulumya ono yamanyi bwensula yandabirira mwagala omwana ono nze yankuba newe kuba kumuwasa nze newola kabite wange nalungi mukwekewa Rabiri etonjua don't let me down. Rabbi, turned you out. Don't let me down. Rabbi, turned you out. Don't let me down. Rabbi, turned you out. Don't let me down. I give myself to you, baby. My heart, my body, and soul. Oh, man, and please tell me. You feel the love, you feel it burn for you. Iya man, iwaruma, napata wana. Magalo mwenu no, ze yankuwa. Nibyo bayenze sibokisa. Babiri kwagala mama Ibyogera tyambona yanjiwayo Ninjogera bayenze sibukisa Ondi ku mutima gulyonjokerera Ondi ku mutima gulyonsamula Omukwano gumugize gwenina Babiri omulongo Walalalala babiri omulongo Babiri tunjua mawe Babi nkwagala Babi nkwatira yaye Babiri omulongo Babiri omulongo Babiri omulongo Babiri omulongo Babiri omulongo Nibyogera tyambo yanjwayo Babiri mwana muwala walungi wano Babiri mwana muwala walungi wano Babiri omulongo Babiri nkwagala Babiri etonjiwa Babiri mwana muwala walungi wano Mama Africa, mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you're having your meals, if you want a drink, it's over on that table, so don't miss your drinks. Water or anything else, a hot drink, you're welcome.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two. One, two. 1, 2. 2. One, two. Yes, sir. Oh, Mwana Maria, we, Mwana Maria, oh, Mwana Maria, we, Mwana Maria, mbona kulalifanya mimi nashindwa kuima, wala inaomba Mungu mie nishinda wewe Maria. One, two. One, two. Oh, Mwana Maria, me, Mwana Maria, oh, mbona kwa nafanya mimi nashindwa kuima, wala inaomba Mungu mie nishinda wewe Maria. Hata kulala sina vizuri sababu ni wewe Maria. Sijui ni kitu gani mwana Mungu amekujalia. When you cry, I cry too. When you smile, I smile too. Oh, cover, I cry too. When you smile, I smile too. Nisipokuona nakosa na raha. Ewe Maria, uko wapi bibi? Hata mitaani watu wanajua sijapotea. Kitu ni kitu Maria, maana nimejipatia takuwa mwana. When you cry, I cry too. When you smile, I smile too. Walk over, I cry too.
To